to the channel. We are doing another Cooking with Cass episode, and today we are going to make an apple pie cheesecake right out of this recipe book, Cooking with Cass. If you don't already have it, you should. But let's dive right in. I already have the ingredients out. Yogurt, some cheesecake jello powder mix. We've got some protein powder to make it higher protein, and then we will have just like a little bit of water to mix it all together. But on the last video, I did promise you guys that I was going to do a tipsy Cooking with Cass, and so I thought I would make my preferred drink with you guys. So I'm gonna bring you over here and we are going to make that drink. Okay, so one of my favorite drinks is an espresso martini, and I have all of the ingredients out here. So let's make it. So first we have to brew a little espresso shot. It's gonna be fresh espresso. Now that we have our espresso, we are going to put it in our little shaker. I normally let it cool a little bit, but I'm just gonna go ahead and make it. But we do need ice, so I'm gonna go get some of that. I've got our ice. Now, if you don't know, espresso martinis are typically strong, and I'm gonna make mine a little less strong. So you start off with your espresso shot, which we have here. Then you add 1 part Tito's. I'm going to actually measure because I'm a heavy pour, and I'm not trying to get drunk tonight. We got 1 part Tito's. And then normally you do a Kahlua, I think that's how you say it, coffee liqueur, but I'm going to use this full throttle espresso shot, which is probably stronger than Kahlua. 1 part of this. Smells like coffee. Then we take our ice and we're just gonna dump that in there like that. We're gonna shake it up. Let's get cold. Now we pour a cute little glass. Normally espresso martinis are darker than this. I don't know if they use more coffee, but we have noticed going out to bars or restaurants, they actually have a machine that makes these, so maybe it's just different in the machine. And then you have to add coffee beans on top because, I mean, it's an espresso martini. Look at that, it's very, very pretty. I think I'm gonna add some cocoa powder. Same stuff I put on my coffee that you guys see every day. All right, let's go make this recipe. Oh, so good. These are also very dangerous because you can drink them pretty quickly. Okay, let's start on this apple pie cheesecake bowl. The easiest dessert recipe, higher protein that you can ever make. It's gonna go by pretty quick. Let me get the yogurt because we need that first. Okay, so the recipe book actually calls for one of those Dannon Light and Fit Greek yogurts, vanilla flavor, but this is what I have. It's pretty darn close. Same amount of protein, a little bit more carbs, that's okay. So we're going to dump this in our bowl. Then we're going to add 8 grams of this cheesecake flavor pudding mix. This is gonna make it taste like cheesecake. It's gonna thicken up the yogurt and give it that consistency that you're looking for with cheesecake. Okay, so you just dump this right in. And then also the recipe calls for protein powder, specifically PE Science brand. The Pro Oats Apple Cinnamon is what I used whenever I created the recipe, but I don't have that protein powder right now, so I'm going to use this Truvani. It's a vanilla chai. Sounds like it tastes good with apple. I guess we'll find out. So we just need like 10 grams of this. Put that in. And then we need like half a tablespoon of water. And then we're just going to mix it all up. Well, I say water. The recipe calls for almond milk, but I don't have any right now, so water does the job well. Okay, so we're just gonna mix it up. Like you guys got two recipes in one. Espresso martini and apple cheesecake. You want it to look about like this. See how thick that is? And then you want to, we're gonna set it in the fridge for 30 minutes to let that pudding mix kind of set and to make it just like a little bit more thick. I'm telling you, so easy to drink. Okay, so after it's set in the fridge, we're gonna top it with this apple pie filling from a can. That is what the recipe calls for, but you can play around with the recipe and actually do like some real baked apples in the oven. You use your imagination, although that's not much of an imagination. Baking apples in the oven. Okay, right back to it. We've got 65 grams of this. Okay, so after you top your cheesecake base with the filling, you will then top it with some cinnamon and a crushed sheet of a crushed graham cracker sheet. So when I say sheet, just like one of these rectangle pieces, just put it in a bag, mash it up or crush it up, and then you're gonna top it on your cheesecake bowl for the crust part. However, I cannot have those because I have to be gluten-free right now. So, like I said, use your imagination. You don't have to stick to the recipe exactly. I'm going to use this cereal here, which is gluten-free. So I can put these in a bag, crush them up, and throw them on top, and it's gonna taste just as good. So let me show you with these. I'm gonna measure out like 10 grams. It's plenty for me right now. Let's see. I'm just gonna use my phone. Brush them up. Some people will use like the bottom of a cup or a measuring cup or a rolling pin. But you know what? Your phone works too. Okay, so you're just gonna top that on there like so. Oh my goodness, this is gonna be so good. And that's all. That's like the most simple, easy dessert recipe. Cheesecake, apple pie. What more could you want? This is what it looks like. This entire bowl, going by the ingredients in the recipe book, the macronutrient breakdown, it has 20 grams of protein, which is really, really good for a dessert. 29 grams of carbs and 1.5 grams of fat at only 210 calories. High protein, you get dessert, it's filling, it tastes good, it checks all the boxes. I'm gonna finish off this espresso martini. That's dessert right there. Alright, thank you guys for watching another episode of Cooking with Cass. First one ever doing it with Tipsy. I'm not tipsy yet, but maybe next time in another Cooking with Cass when the recipe actually takes a little bit longer, maybe it'll be a little bit more fun. So this is just like dipping my toes in the whole tipsy Cooking with Cass. If you guys would like a copy of the recipe book, I will have a link in the video below so that you can grab that and follow along next time. I do these videos once a month, so the next one will be in January, and I usually ask you which recipe you would prefer out of a few that I have in my book over on Instagram. So if you don't follow me over there, go ahead and do so that you don't miss out on being a part of choosing which recipes I actually do in these videos. So there it is, apple pie, cheesecake bowl, high protein. I will see you guys next time.